sketchy one. I like the sounds it makes, and I think that like maybe it'll lead to more like dynamic I don't know, portraits. So I thought that I would use it in medium, and I just wanted to check out the proportions of your face first. I'm just gonna be first. I'll disinfect my hands. I have this this like hand cleanser. It apparently like gets rid of norovirus, which is great because everybody's getting sick with that now. So I'll just get that my hands. It's pretty windy out, so I apologize if you hear wind sounds, but okay, so I just want to look at I want to get like a good gauge of your head shape because I think this is a good size for that. So I'm just gonna be like imagining placements of your face onto the cardboard right now. I'm not going to be making any marks yet. I'm just looking at your face. Do you mind if I get up close? Okay. I'm just going to also be turning your head a little. That's why I wanted to wash my hands. Okay. Because sometimes, like, even just looking straight ahead, I do want to look at the angles that, like, your nose might have. Or you know, like, okay, you could go. Anyways, I have a hard time finishing my thoughts when I'm focused. Okay, so I'm gonna start by dotting. I'm gonna start by dotting those dots that I was just thinking about. And just get a layout of your entire head down by the chin. I also like to look at like the angle. Okay. I'm just gonna move some of your hair to the front because that gives a lot of movement. Okay. So then, the sides of your head, I just kind of take as one big line for now, and then like later on in it, I'll add in the more angles. But first, we start big, and then we move to small. Okay. So I got the outline of your head. So I'm just gonna connect everything now. So now I'm gonna map out like the masses of your hair. So a bit there. Okay, and then it kind of just comes down there. Okay. And so then with your eyebrows, they kind of come in at, they're pretty long. So like the amount of space from the end of your eyebrow to the end of your head is not too much. So I'll use that as like a mapping guideline because then the rest of your brow goes in there. And then from the inside of your eyebrow, we kind of see an angle going into your nose. So I'm just going to mark that angle that we see on both sides. So that one on this side kind of goes in like that. Okay, good. And then you have such a cute little nose. So then I'll just mark. Honestly, the edges of your nose are kind of in alignment with the edges or like that starts of your eyebrow. So I'm just gonna go straight down and mark with that. Okay. And then the shadows underneath your eyes are like a triangle. Good. And then from that triangle, the eyes kind of go like that on both sides. And then I'll just mark the bottom of your nose. I won't add any details like the nostrils in for now. Okay, and so then from your nose to the top of your lip is about, I'll just make that. Okay. And then I might even say that might be the same size too. Okay. Good. Okay, so I just kind of do measurements like that. And then the edges of your lips, the corners of your mouth, you have such a nice big, not big, wide, like smile. So I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark the corners of your mouth to go like meet at and honestly the middle of your eye. So from there, I'm just gonna be dotting more like measurements. Again, there's a wind advisory, so I'm sorry about all the wind sounds, but okay, so okay, and so then there starts to be all the smaller angles, like the smaller angles of your nose, like how it's starting to turn in to like the tip of your nose and everything. So that's where I get a little bit more close and I mark that, and then I get up to this and I mark that. And then okay. And then onto the lips, the angle, I got the top of your lip here, and then I just need to get the angle of like that part, so I'm just gonna be looking at the top of your lip and matching that angle to that. And then same on this side. And then your top lip is very nice, it's very beautiful. You have a bigger top lip than bottom lip. So that will be that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now here comes the like filling in the masses of shadows. Because when you start to fill in the masses of the shadows, that's when the shapes of the shadows start to build the parts of your face. So just like your eyes here. All of these lines that I've created and shadows start to build your eye. Okay. Alright. And then I'm just going to kind of shade in your hair. looking stuff. Okay, awesome. So, and then I'll just add and then you have your freckles, so I'll just add on some freckles. So again, this was very like quick, so I don't expect anything stunning. Add some hairs. All right. Thank you for sitting so well. Let me know what you think. Do you think this looks like you? Let me know. So, thanks for modeling and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.